Stadium in Iowa City. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. It's the Florida Atlantic Owls and the Iowa Hawkeyes. It's always a challenge when you have to go to the backup quarterback, and one of these teams is going to find out about that today as we check in with Holly Rose.
Thank you, guys. Checking in with the Florida Atlantic head coach. They are concerned. Their quarterback is out, and he is so talented. But they have all the faith in the world in the backup. He has been here. He did not transfer out when he could have, and they are going to reward his patience and his belief in them by having belief in him. He knows the system, he knows the scheme, and he should get off to a good start here today. Guys?
So the Florida Atlantic Owls offense will go to work first. And here's the guy who's going to have to make some plays at wide receiver in this one. He'll try to get his senior season off on the right foot and become one of the top pass catchers in the land. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Guys, let's talk about Florida Atlantic. They're coming off a national championship win last year. But you got to think this group of seniors isn't satisfied with stopping there.
No, they have tremendous leadership in this coaching staff. Was the one priority in the offseason: fighting complacency, staying hungry to try and chase another title.
And it's hard to do, but you got new pieces and new places and new faces, which is awesome. So it's a lot of guys that haven't won that championship.
And the defense, got him at the 27.
And this is going to be the matchup for this defense all game long, containing the QB speed, because he can get out and he can roll. Nice job early in this football game, judging his speed, getting out there, getting the sack, and most importantly, getting a hit on him early in this football game so he can physically feel you, and those hits can start to add up throughout a football game.
So Iowa's offense will now get its first chance with the football. And here comes the guy that'll be running the show. Makes his first start of the season for this team, hoping to get things started with a W. Off the play fake on first down. Fires to the right. Oh, it's picked off.
And that can be frustrating for a defense sometimes, man. You get the stop, you force the punt, and then your offense gives it right back. It's frustrating, but you got to be able to handle those ebbs and flows, the roller coaster ride. When your offense puts you in a bad spot like they did here, you have to be able to answer.
Running inside, it's Dahl. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. Let's talk for a second about Florida Atlantic. The portal can work wonders if you have specific holes to fill. Breathe a little new life and energy into the program. David, these guys went in there, got a nice little haul that really could set them up for success this season.
They did, and they didn't go bonkers and go crazy, Jesse. I like how they just saw a couple guys that they thought fit their system, fit their culture, and now they're bringing them in so they can rise the tide of this team.
Yeah, this feels like a curated roster, right? They only had a few holes that they had to fill up, but they went out, they put their effort into finding the right guy. They feel like they've upgraded their roster with just a few portal additions.
Moving out of the pocket. Quarterback slides, and that is a punch to the gut to any defense to let a quarterback get out and move the sticks there. The Owls have it with a 1st and 10. Takes the handoff. It's Dahl. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
That back had nowhere to go. Defensive line ate up the blocks, but how about the linebackers swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Wide receiver going in motion. Might as well stick with him. There's some room. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short. These Hawkeye fans know exactly what to do to get behind this D on third down. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Got his man. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a first and goal. And the Owls come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. Nothing doing. He is stopped short of the goal line.
First down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
Tries again to get it in. He will not get there as the defense stops him again.
Yeah, and that's exactly what you're looking for from the defense. You're expecting runs, second and goal. Got to find a way. You can't give an inch. This part of the field, this yard marker right here, you've got to be physical. Nice job by the defense winning that second down.
Taken down just short of the sticks, but the offense still within scoring range on fourth down. Less than a yard to go for a first down, and the offense will remain on the field. Pushes for the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Owls. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So that drive covered just 44 yards. And they close the deal, pushing their way inches into the end zone. Coming out with it, it's Ford. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he's stopped. The Hawkeyes offense heads out to start this drive. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
That is such a nice example of the defense reading and reacting and locating the football on the sweep play. They weren't fooled at all. They knew they were trying to go to the outside. They got leverage, corralled the back, got him down behind the line of scrimmage.
The DBs will back off a bit. They'll go right back to the run. Powers through the defender. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, he was trying to do it all by himself. At the end of the day, it's a tackle for loss.
I mean, the number of tackles he broke, at some point, somebody's got to get blocked to help the guy out a little bit.
Man, the defense was like a bunch of zombies on that last play. They just would not stop chasing that ball carrier.
On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Didn't get past the marker when he started his slide, and now it's fourth down.
Well, it's just a really nice job there on that third down, trying to get after this quarterback. And obviously, they're not able to make the play in the backfield, but really nice job pursuing. You see the athleticism and the speed they have, how they play as a unit together. Only giving up a little bit of a gain and now setting up fourth down.
That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Florida Atlantic takes over again, and the Owls offense will go back to work. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We've come to the end of the period, and Florida Atlantic has the lead. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a first down.
Florida Atlantic will go to work with a fresh set of downs. Off play action on first down. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
What a great play by the defensive tackle. Look, sacks aren't just for very athletic, long defensive ends. These D tackles, man, they use their strength. They push linemen back in the pocket, collapse it, and come away with the sack.
Good timing on the quick out. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. They'll try to move the chains on this 3rd and long from the 50. He's looking downfield to throw. Trying to make magic with his feet. He slides past the first down marker, and he'll convert that 3rd and long.
You have got to have pass rushing lane integrity when you face this quarterback. On 3rd down, someone gets out of his gap right up the middle. It's easy for the quarterback to see. He just tucks it and takes off and picks up the first down.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Got him downfield. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down.
And it looked like for a second, man, he was going to take that all the way. He was going to score, broke some tackles, made the play, down inside the 5. He finally gets wrapped up. Now this offense set up with a 1st and goal situation.
The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately. And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Went right back to him, and again he is denied. It's 3rd and goal. This defense needing this energy from the crowd in a goal-to-go situation. Keeping it on the ground on 3rd and goal. He is stopped well short of the 1st down, but they are still in field goal range, assuming they send the kicker out there. So they've got the lead. They can make it a 2-score game with a chip shot field goal, but instead, the offense is out there on 4th down. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Owls. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
I know we're only in game 1, but in this half, you've got to be excited about what you've seen from this offense. Really nice rhythm. Quarterback's got great command on the field with respect to what they're trying to do, and they've got some weapons. I can't wait to see what this offense does this year.
Out of the end zone. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. And here comes the Iowa offense ready to go to work. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Finds his big tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down.
Yeah, nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Pinned just inside their own 20. They need to convert on 3rd and short. Under fire. Slings it downfield. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. And the Hawkeyes will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and take it back. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. He's got it again. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, that play didn't stand a chance. I mean, nobody even blocked that guy, and he's able to get the tackle for loss.
The Hawkeyes call a timeout. It's their 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. The quick out. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Iowa spends a second timeout here. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. They'll run for it. Finding some room. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
And in these situations, you're never looked at poorly, right? You can go for these situations because it's a really long field goal, so it's not a guaranteed make, or I can be aggressive offensively, and I like the choice. Be aggressive, get the first down. Nice job by the offense.
To the air on first down. With the catch, it's Ware. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Last couple of plays, the offense seems to be just one step ahead, David.
Yeah, and I'm going to have to do something to disrupt the timing, the rhythm. I got to do something that they're not expecting, because right now they got the run and they got the pass working. So this defense, they have to find something new to kind of...
Got enough space, and he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Owls. They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And it was capped with an explosive 22-yard run. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the returner will be brought down. Iowa has the ball back on offense. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two. Who can go up, catch the ball, get us some yards, and get us some points.
The Hawkeyes with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Looking downfield, it's Bass. Snagged out of the air. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
Man, this offense, they needed that one in the worst way, right? They're getting blown out in this game so far, and as we get close to halftime, they've got to be able to put a good drive together. They've got to be able to come away with a touchdown here, close the gap a little bit going into the second half.
And the Hawkeyes racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket. Nothing's open.
He lofts one down the sideline. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
I think sometimes as a quarterback, when your offense is struggling, you don't have any points up on the board yet here at the end of the first half. You're just trying to take a shot to see if your guy can make a play. And that time, he thought he had the matchup he wanted, but he has just not been able to ever find a rhythm. And this defense is making it really hard on him, forcing that one to fall incomplete.
Finds a tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. And what that means is keeping third downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play call.
Gonna take a shot. He caught it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Iowa!
That's exactly what the offense needed right there. A touchdown here, and I know it's taken a while. They hadn't had a lot of success up until that moment. Late in the second quarter, they finally were able to punch one in the end zone, and that's going to give them some confidence now to take into the locker room here shortly at halftime, but they've got to play much better in the second half.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He's forced out of bounds at the 23-yard line. A good pickup to give this offense some operating room. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Makes it past the marker. Good gain there. Picks up the first down, and now maybe this offense attacks before the half. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. He'll try to do it himself. Gets down, and like they say, touchdown, first down, or get down, and he got 2 of those on that one. Timeout taken by the offense. It's their second. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Blunt. It's a fumble. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country. Florida Atlantic will try to kick it deep and break the seal on this second half. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. As we start the second half, what do you have for us, Holly?
Checking in with the Iowa head coach at the half. The message of his speech was, I've got to get the running back more involved. They trust him. He's been terrific, but they haven't gotten him enough carries. He said, I've got one guy in the booth upstairs who is tracking how many times our running back touches the ball. That is the most essential part of getting back in this game. Get the rock to the guy who can make the biggest difference.
Appreciate that, Holly. Complete with conviction on the crosser. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
To the ground to try to move the chains. He was fighting and struggling his way, trying to get that first down. Instead, they'll be faced with 4th. The Hawkeyes will line up to punt it away. Oh, man, that is an absolute rocket launcher of a punt. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. Florida Atlantic has the ball back, and the offense will try to put together a drive. They put the ball on the ground the last time they had it. Still up. There he goes. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
And it's been fun to watch them feature this guy. Like, they understand they can run the football. They understand how good he is, and just they've owned the line of scrimmage. They've sprinkled in some pass. Like, this offense has done a really good job staying balanced, but featuring one of their better players.
That's reeled in. It's Randall. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up the short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Kinnick is having a conniption fit to try to help the D on third down. They'll try to bully their way for the first. He's up to 86 yards rushing, and with that run, he's now over 100 yards on this opening day. Florida Atlantic goes to work with a fresh set of downs. Now he's looking to throw it. Going deep. And they can't make the connection.
And finally, this quarterback looks human for one play. He has been lights out up to this point. Very accurate, making good decisions in a beautiful rhythm, and finally throws his first incompletion of the game.
The throw to the outside is complete. There he goes. Almost took it all the way there, but it's a huge gain, and they're set up with a first and goal. They ripped off a huge chunk, and now a little chunk is needed to pay it off. They'll run it. It's Blunt. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at second and goal.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
After getting stopped on that second down, don't be surprised if the offense hands it off to him again here at the goal line on third.
Finding it tough to make positive yardage now. 3rd and goal from the 2. Sticks it in his belly. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Florida Atlantic.
And you got to love seeing that if you're the head coach of this team, right? You always want to see your team start fast early in games and then also start fast at the beginning of the 3rd quarter. You had a big lead. You take the ball right away here in the second half. You drive it down the field, and you scored. This offense has been dialed in right from the get-go. It's been very impressive to watch.
And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10 as we are getting this season underway in the opening week. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
That quarterback putting his face in the fan, I love it. Coming up quickly, making a tackle in space.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Looking to buy time. Finds a crease at the 20. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
Well, we know the game of college football is always evolving and changing, and one of the biggest reasons why is the quarterback evolution. Dual-threat quarterbacks. You're seeing 2 great examples in this game so far. Both guys can hurt you throwing it. Both guys can hurt you running it. It's been the running attack for both of these guys that's been the big story so far.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the 3rd quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
Unloads to the wideout. Interception, and things are going from bad to worse.
Man, it's really nice as a defense to force 3rd and long, where you can bring in the nickel, Jesse, and you can play zone coverage with those zone eyes on the quarterback.
Yeah, as a quarterback, too, you got to know with that extra DB out there, your timing better be good and you better be accurate, because if you're not, they've got ball hawks in the back end, and that errant throw gets picked.
And, guys, Florida Atlantic is on top. And they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Maybe a crease. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. Solid run on the last play. Gives this offense another first down. The run inside. It's Blunt. Runs through a tackle. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. I'll bet he keeps an eye on that play clock this time. It's 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. He just tossed that one out of bounds. You avoid the sack, you avoid the turnover. You've got more plays here on 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Had nowhere to go with that one. Had to just throw it away. A wise decision to keep the field goal in play. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. And this one is perfect. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
The Hawkeyes offense heads out to start this drive. That last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount they take care of the ball. These corners going to give them some space. Makes the catch. It's Pryor.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. And you're going to win this game.
And the Hawkeyes can really attack on this 2nd and short. Moving away from pressure. He's going to run it. And he slides to avoid the contact and did it just at the right moment. Got the 1st down.
This has been a real fun game to call, guys, because we've got 2 quarterbacks that are getting it done on the ground. Both of these guys have had tremendous success. That time the defense wasn't in position. They weren't able to rally to him early enough. And you kind of get the feeling moving forward, whichever defense figures out the other running quarterback first, that's probably the team that wins.
And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game. But trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
Pulls it in. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way.
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
If I had told you that one of the best quarterbacks in all of college football was going to have less than 200 yards passing in this game, you might not have had that on your bingo card, but that's what's in fact happened. This defense has done an outstanding job getting pressure on him like they did right there, getting the sack.
Now 3rd and long and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. He'll get rid of it. Complete to the right. Touchdown, Hawkeye! This crowd absolutely loving it as he rolled into the end zone.
With that last touchdown now, they're trying to create some momentum. They're trying to avoid starting the season 0-1. They know they've got a lot of work to do here in the second half, but you should be feeling pretty good about that last score. Now you've got to keep that up.
He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done.
And listen, you start to get desperate, right? Late in the game, it's in the 4th quarter. You know, I got to steal a possession somehow, some way, and you got to pull the trigger and kick an onside, something you feel good with. They tried.
Turning it on! Couldn't ask for much more there. A 1st down, and they're down to the 42.
This guy's been special today. Coming into this one, they thought they had an opportunity really to get him going, running the football, and he has delivered. You've seen the speed, the vision, his ability to break tackles. Well over 100 rushing yards in this game, and that's why they have a nice lead here late.
They'll ride the hot hand. Pushes ahead for 1. It's 2nd and 9.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? They'll move the wide receiver. The give as they work on that clock. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. Still third down, but more ground to cover after the flag. He wants to change this route. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Rifles it down the middle. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. Florida Atlantic will send the punt unit onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Maybe one notch of adrenaline too much on the punt there. It hits about a yard deep in the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. And here comes the Iowa offense ready to go to work. It has been a rather forgettable day that's finally coming to a close, David.
Yeah, it's been an awful day. I mean, just not functioning well on offense, defense giving up a lot of points. This is a day, Palmer, they'll like to forget.
Yeah, you're going to find out a lot about their character right now. Obviously, not what they hoped this would be, and that's demoralizing for a lot of these kids that have worked really hard in practice all week. But at this point here, you're just trying to prove to your coaching staff that you're not going to quit.
Looking to the big tight end. Finds space on the right. And he can't hold on to the ball at the end of this big game. And just like they drew it up, right? Put it on the ground, get it, get the first down. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. The Hawkeyes come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. Looking to throw, it's Batts. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one. Behind the chains now on second and long. Back to pass. Finds his tight end.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
Throws toward the end zone. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
And that didn't look like it was the right read. Like you got to be smart as a quarterback, make the right decisions. And I know he's a go-to guy.
And guys, hold that thought just a second, because here comes the fourth down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Bring in the heat. Can't hook up on the long throw, and fourth down goes by the boards for this offense.
Well, it's been that kind of day for the offense, and this quarterback specifically, they've had their chances. They've had opportunities throughout the course of the game to get some pitches and catches and make some explosive plays, just not able, though, to hook up. And you saw it on that fourth down play right there. They're trailing by a lot of points because those are the throws you've got to make if you're going to win games like this, and they just have not been able to get it done.
We waited so long to start the season, and just the way you want to start, getting that first victory.
And the first games are so much fun. You've been practicing against each other over and over all through camp. Now you get to come out, start the season off